Hey, what's going on, Aries? How are you? Thanks so much for watching. Aries, this is going to be your end of October read for 2018. We're going to take a look and see what energies you have coming out of October. So, what does Aries need to know as we move from mid-October to the end of October? What does Aries need to know? What are the messages for Aries? One more shuffle, Aries, and then we'll begin. Okay. Thanks for being patient, Aries. Right there. Okay, this is Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And Venus. If it doesn't resonate for you, watch your other signs, where you may be able to build a clearer picture. Also, my personal readings are now open and available. You can email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com, and we'll talk about getting you squared away as far as your personal readings. All right, Aries. How are we closing out October? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So Aries, you are, I'm almost getting like a great deal of patience, but it's more so, it's kind of like you've been patient enough. I'm getting the sense of like, okay, I've been patient enough. You've made a decision to put something, you've made a decision to devote yourself or your time or your resources to one particular thing, or more toward one particular thing, or maybe even a few different things within a particular area of interest. And you're waiting to see exactly how these little seeds that you've planted in the past, or it's like you're checking on your harvest in a way. I feel like that. You're taking a look and you're taking stock into seeing, okay, what has worked, what hasn't worked, and then there's like a process of elimination of how to move forward, and how to put hard work into something. It's like you're almost in a way like you're strategizing your best way forward amongst different options within one particular realm of responsibility or area of interest. So that's pretty interesting, Aries. Yeah, in the past I do have the Princess of Cups. So I feel like what this does say to me, that there has been like a lot of emotion put forth into a particular project. You've really used your time trying to like manifest something good, something that you've imagined. It's maybe even like, for some of you, Aries, like I'm feeling like if you're like I'm getting the sense of like, for some of you, like if you're a farmer, or not necessarily if you're a farmer, but if you do any particular job or any particular type of work that you do where you don't see results immediately, it's kind of like one of those things where, you've imagined how things are going to work out, and then like you lay your best plans forward in making sure that what you imagined for yourself does come to fruition. So it's like you have one particular goal that you want to make happen, and I'm getting, it's like you have one particular objective that you're trying to reach, something that is going to bring you a certain level of fulfillment, and you have, in a way, place your hands in many different pots in order to see the best way of how that particular, like it's like you've planted the seed of that particular manifestation in many different gardens that have different growing conditions, that have different conditions of, sustaining any type of growth, right? And it's like you're evaluating what is working versus what isn't working, so that you can put the most effort into actually what is working, as opposed to putting all of your eggs in one basket and it not working, if that makes sense. Yeah, Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, I'm seeing that you guys got options. I really feel like you've created options within the different methods of approach to one particular situation. Like, you have one particular manifestation, and then you've like I said, you've planted the seeds in many different areas, or you've laid the groundwork of different avenues of approach to that one objective, and to seeing which one works out. Well, I feel like, unbeknownst to you, for a lot of you, you may have like even opened up the opportunity for even more. So it's like you're even starting to see where, you may have, gone about going toward a particular objective in one way versus this way versus that way. And then it's like, okay, instead of all three ways, like instead of one particular way giving you the best hope for success, and then you going all forward toward that, I feel like for a lot of you Aries, what you've discovered is that every option that you've placed, or every different way that you've gone about getting to one particular goal, are creating sub goals within itself, or maybe even creating options that you didn't even know were options. So that's really good, Aries. Just like you're manifesting, but the thing is, not the Magician though. It's the Princess of Cups, and she's manifesting, but she is very, naive. She is very, and I mean that in in the most positive sense. Like, she's manifesting, but she's maybe even not even realizing that she's manifesting, or maybe if she does realize, he or she, if you do realize that you're manifesting, it's more so like you're not realizing exactly the different ways that you are opening up to get toward that one destination. If I can say it one way, it's like, isn't there like Mexico City, right, has that one centralized location, and then all roads lead in to that one right? It's like that's that goal, and then it's like there are all these different roads and channels that you've paved to get there. But as you go and you travel those roads to see which gets you there the fastest or whatever, just for example, you're realizing that, there's other different turns throughout the way. There's still left and right that you can make. And that opens up other opportunities for other possibilities, Aries. So, wow. Two of Swords. With the Two of Swords here in future conditions, I feel like for a lot of you Aries, this may confuse you. I feel like a lot of you may be confused. And that's what this guy is more so looking at. He's just really confused because he doesn't know, or he has it's like he has too many options, too many things to choose from, too many different ways. And it's almost like, I can go this way to my manifestation, and yes, it will be the fastest way. But guess what? I even opened up this other way, and it may be even like a little bit more adventurous, or a little bit more like the scenic route. Three of Pentacles here in the underlying. Okay, Aries, with the Three of Pentacles here, I'm really feeling like for some of you, I'm feeling like there's like a time crunch. Okay, there is a time crunch, but I feel like it's not like a mandatory one. It's a particular time crunch that you've put yourself in. You know, it's you've said that you you know, you've given yourself this time to be able to have manifested this by. And it's like you're really taking a look here and saying, okay, what I've created, yes, I still will get there to the destination that I planned, but, you know, do I have time to deviate? You know, can I explore? You know, this is you like really looking at your plan of action. Do I have time to put in, you know, detours and stuff like that? Aries, this, I feel like also, you know, if you're dealing with any earth energy in your, I mean, I'm really feeling like a lot of earth and water energy so far. So, you know, it could become like for some of you, like a struggle between what is going to be more grounded, what is going to bring you the fastest approach to something, versus you wanting to, like I said before, take the scenic route to get to something, you know, maybe learn other little lessons on the way. You know, that's pretty interesting. I do have the Queen of Wands here. And Aries, this is definitely your energy with the Queen of Wands. This is you really introspecting and just really taking the time to see exactly what it is that's bringing you the most passion, what it is that you want to do. I feel like for you, Aries, I mean, Aries, you're the first sign of the zodiac. You know, you're a cardinal sign. You're the cardinal fire sign. So, you know, you're going to do what you want to do anyway, Aries. And that's just what it is. And, you know, other people are just going to have to get on board with that. But I don't really feel like it's that energy. It's just really so much more of Aries. You know, you've invested so much time into trying to manifest something that, you know, you're trying to figure out, okay, I've already devoted so much time to this. Do I need to go ahead and take the fastest approach that's going to get me there, or are there other little things that I could take advantage of along the way, or other opportunities of growth along the way? It's still going to give you the same result, but do you want to take your time, or do you want to just go straight for it into it? But either way, I feel like it's still going to take time, you know, taking the scenic route versus what you've been trying to manifest. I feel like for a lot of you, what you've been trying to manifest is already going to take so much time that you do definitely decide that, you know, whatever, you know, it's still going to take so much time here for me to be able to get what I want. I'm just going to head and go and do what I want anyways, and take these other opportunities of being able to grow. You know, these are opportunities that are good and bad, right? These are things that are passionate, good and bad, right? So it's like, okay, you know, you still want to have some type of, I feel like for a lot of you Aries, you still would want to have some type of life at the same time, trying to buckle down to what you are ultimately trying to reach forward towards. And guess what, Aries? You got the Emperor card right here, and that's your energy. So again, Aries, this is you taking charge of your own self and doing exactly what it is that you want to do. You're ruling. You're sitting on your own throne, okay? You recognize that there are many options. You recognize that you yourself created those options. I feel like you've given yourself that time that you needed to be able to reach your particular objective. And at the same time, you know, you've also been able to conquer, you know, other things along the way. For a lot of you, I really feel like this is you really getting the job done. Really stepping into, I really feel like for a lot of you Aries, you really are going to be stepping into that manifestation a lot sooner than you even think, or maybe you're a lot closer than you realize. And then the outcome here, the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands here, wow, Aries. I like this because this indicates to me here that you ultimately, you decide to wait. You decide to wait. You decide to follow the plan. And that's okay because you created the plan, you know? So why not follow it? You created that plan. Yeah, you're going to have temptations, maybe. You're going to have other opportunities elsewhere. The Queen of Wands here, this is saying that, you know, I really feel like, you know, you definitely have, you know, have the vitality to do it. And it's more so like, you know what, you have options in the meantime until what you manifest actually comes to full fruition. You have options for like in the meantime. Like while I'm waiting for all my ships to come in, you know, I can, you know, I have enough time to add things to the list that I want to do. Because you're in control. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, let's get some more clarification here on your reading. I'm going to draw 3 cards from the Rider-Waite deck here to clarify your reading. So let's see what we get for Aries. Ooh. Right there. All right, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands again, and the 3 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so with the 6 of Pentacles here, I really feel like you know, this kind of goes back to you having control over what you know, you're like you have like the full control over what you want to give in your situations. So, you know, we've already seen that you've chosen to put all of your time and energy into what you're trying to manifest for yourself, because you may be trying to, you know, heal your heart, heal past disappointments if it's not about a third party situation. I mean, we got the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords here, so maybe something in the past didn't quite work out. Or maybe you're seeing how something necessarily isn't working out, but I don't necessarily feel like it's in a relationship sense. I just really feel like that, or I mean, even if it is in a relationship sense, it's more so as like you're just trying to, not that it's not working out, but you're just trying to, you're not exactly happy with how it's working out, and you're trying to create different avenues of building you know, trying to build your foundation. You're trying to, whatever you're trying to manifest, you're trying to find those different avenues of approach so that you're not disappointed. You don't have to be let down if something doesn't work out like it hasn't worked out before, maybe. This is you controlling that, and not in a bad way. The Queen of Wands being here again, this is basically again saying you're really using your own energy. You're really like honing into your own fire energy. A lot of you may even be getting a lot of attention throughout the rest of October, Aries, and you know, that attention, whether it's from potential lovers or potential job situations or anything like that, whatever it is, you know, it's allowing your options to be opened up and giving you the choice to decide what it is you actually want, how much you want to invest, how much of your emotions you actually want to invest in those options. But ultimately, every option that you're investing in is bringing you closer to what it is that you ultimately want to manifest for yourself. But it's just about which avenue is going to get you there the way that you want to get there. Whether that's the fastest approach or the scenic route. But I know you don't want to be disappointed, Aries. Alright, what additional advice do we have here for Aries as we close out October of 2018? What additional advice can we give to the Aries? Ooh, we have the Serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. So this is saying here that, yeah, a lot of you, like, you know, the options that you've created for yourself, hold on to that. You know, that's how you keep that control. That's how you keep that power, is you keep it to yourself. Not like in a sneaky way, but just, you know, not everybody needs to know all of your moves. Not everybody needs to know every option that you can take, because then they can start saying things to cloud your judgment. Okay? So it's just more about just taking the action, the more appropriate action needed on a more personal level. That's way too many cards. But the card that did flip over was Hindrance. And Hindrance is basically saying that fate has blocked this path for you. And it's not necessarily saying like this is an overall like, no, you can't have what it is that you're striving to get, what you're trying to manifest. This is basically saying that, you know, this particular avenue of approach that you've taken is not going to yield the best results for you. So Spirit has blocked that way for you, so that you can actually choose something that you have created still, an option that is going to propel you closer to where you want to be, doing so in the way you need to go. And that's definitely has a lot to do with why you don't want to be so, you know, talkative maybe about whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, because it's like you don't want any negative energy coming forward that's going to block you or cloud your judgment. So Aries, this is definitely a really good reading for you. Also Aries, I'm really feeling like there may be like a lot of you, there may be like cats involved. On a spiritual level, like you may be seeing black cats around a lot more frequently. It is getting closer to Halloween. So, I mean, you can take that however you want to take that. But all right, Aries, let me know how this works out for you in the comment box. Thanks so much for listening. Again, you can book a private reading with me. Just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com, and you know, let's get some correspondence going about you know, getting you your readings. So thanks so much again for watching. Have a good one. Bye.